Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, to the channel IT Simplified. In today's session, I'm here to discuss Microsoft Copilot for security. First of all, thank you to all the people who have recently subscribed to the channel. If you're finding value from these videos, consider subscribing. So, Copilot for security went GA on 1st of April 2024. Let's try to understand first what this product is and how it is different from some of the other product in Microsoft portfolio. First of all, Copilot for security is nothing but a cybersecurity product which is using AI in the backend. Now you might be thinking Microsoft has other products which uses artificial intelligence, so how it is different from those products? Now this is the only product right now in Microsoft portfolio which uses Microsoft relationship with OpenAI and is built on large language model and natural language, and in the backend it is using massive hyperscale AI infra to power this service. That's the biggest difference. None of the other products have this kind of correlation with OpenAI large language model and natural language. Now that is great, but other question arises: what is the target users and scenario for Copilot for security? Now, if you're a security engineer, a SOC analyst, an IT admin, or even a compliance analyst, you can get value from this service from Microsoft. And if I have to use a certain use case scenario, you can use this for security operation. As a security admin, you might have to, let's say, do incident summarization. You can use Copilot for security for that. Maybe you want to do a guided response, or even, let's say, impact analysis. Copilot for security can be used, right? But it's not restricted to this. But the major power of Copilot for security comes from the fact that its integration with other Microsoft products, and some of these are cybersecurity products. For example, if you are utilizing Microsoft Defender XDR solution, maybe you're utilizing Entra-ID, Sentinel, maybe you also have implemented Purview or mobile device management solutions such as Intune. If you're utilizing any of these solutions, Copilot for security integrates with this and helps you to streamline your security operation. As a security engineer, it will help you to improve the efficiency of your daily work and protect your organization in a better way, right? Now, when it comes to the experience, when you're utilizing this, you can use this as a standalone or as embedded with some of the products which I mentioned above. But also integration is just not restricted for some of these, the one that I mentioned. If you're utilizing, let's say, third party solution, You can use Copilot for security. You can create your own plugins. You can also utilize that, right? But when it comes to the experience, you can utilize this as a standalone. I'm going to show you where you can get that, and you can use it as an embedded. For example, if you're using Defender for XDR right in the product, you can utilize this for incident summarization, right? You can use this to analyze the files for incident response. Some of the way you can utilize this service right from the Defender XDR. If you're utilizing, let's say, Entra ID, you can use this to investigate the risky users. Maybe you are utilizing Purview in your environment. You can investigate the DLP policy. Some of the other scenarios that comes to my mind is maybe you want to summarize your e-discovery. And similar to that, maybe you can also utilize in Intune, but this you get as an embedded experience, right? But if you want to go and utilize this as a standalone, you can go to securitycopilot.microsoft.com and you can utilize this as a standalone. But these are ways you can interact with Copilot for security. But the idea here is that, let's say if you're utilizing a Sentinel or maybe Defender XDR, Copilot for security is not meant to replace this. It is meant to work in collaboration with some of these cybersecurity products, but helps you to increase as a security engineer your efficiency. You can create incident summarization, you can create workflows, you can have impact analysis, and all this can be done right through natural language. And in the backend, as I mentioned, it is using the massive hyperscale artificial intelligence infrastructure of Microsoft in its relationship with OpenAI. Now, what are the prerequisites in order to utilize this service? You need to have Azure subscription, and you need to have Entra ID. These are two prerequisite, and you also need to have obviously a resource group in which you're going to deploy this service. From the access perspective, if you're going to go and deploy the service, you need to be a global admin in Entra ID or a security admin. And if you have to link that security capacity unit at the subscription level, you need to be an owner or a contributor. These are the access you need in order to spin up this service. Now, when it comes to costing, this service is based on something what you call SCU, or security compute unit, and this is charged per hour. You can start with one security compute unit and you can add as per your requirement, but Microsoft recommendation is three. But again, it depends upon company to company. You can start with one, and if you think that it's not serving the requirement, you can add more security compute unit. But this is all based on per hour service. Hopefully that's clear. So these are some of the scenarios and the prerequisite that you have. And remember, I talked about the standalone experience or embedded experience. When it comes to deployment, you can go and deploy this service right from the Azure portal, or the other option is you can go to a designated URL, which is securitycopilot.microsoft.com, in order to spin up this and manage this service. Let me show you both the options. So as I mentioned that one of the prerequisites is that you need to have an Azure subscription. Let me pick one of them, which is already there. You need to have a resource group. You need to give a capacity name. This is the security compute unit or SCUs from where your cost is going to come. Now, your prompt evaluation location you need to pick. You can pick geo. Let me say, for example, in this case, I'm going to pick United States. Now, you have this option of checking this box, which means that if this location has too much traffic, in order to evaluate the prompts, it can use it anywhere in the world, right? So, if you want, you can check this box. Otherwise, the SCU capacity unit will be in the US East region. And your cost is going to come from how many security compute units you're going to deploy. As he said that you can start with one, right? But just be mindful of the fact, depending upon your case scenarios, it may or may not be sufficient. But the good thing is that you can add as many security compute unit. If you're administrator, you can come over here, but you can see for one security compute unit, the cost is close to 2880 USD per month. And this is all charged on an hourly basis. And once you go and acknowledge the agreement, the security compute unit will start deploying, and then you will be able to manage from here your Copilot for security. That's one way of deploying it. The other way of deploying is through the Azure portal. So I'm on portal.azure.com and I have the owner access. I can go and search for Microsoft Copilot for security, and the flow should be same as if when I was doing that from the designated or dedicated URL for Security Copilot. Here also, I can pick my subscription, my resource group, I can give the capacity name, my prompt evaluation location, I can pick. Right now, there are four regions: US, UK, European Union, and Australia. If I can enable the geo, so in case this is overloaded, it can offload my prompts to another region, and then I have to specify how many security compute unit per hour I want, right? I can always change it if I start with one. Once I acknowledge this, I can go review and create, and this will start deploying for me, right? But this is the flow that you're going to have when it comes to Copilot for security. And as I mentioned, and going by back to the, you can use this, and it is embedded in some of the Microsoft products of cybersecurity. And if you want to integrate with some of your third-party solution like ServiceNow or some of the web application, you can also use Copilot for security to enhance the security of your organization. Hopefully, this gives you an idea about Microsoft Copilot for security. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.